Cheers guys, let's talk money. I'm doing a full series called Money Week this week. Monday through to Friday, I am uploading videos every day in relation to money, ways to make money, budget hauls, talking about how I earn money, which is what I'm doing today, and more. So if you want to stick around and watch this entire series, then be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I even ran a poll on Instagram, and I did put something up on YouTube as well, asking you guys, telling you that I was doing Money Week and for some suggestions basically. And a lot of you were like, how much do you earn, or ways to earn money on YouTube. So that is what we're talking about today. Ugh. The main reason why there's a bit of a stigma attached to why no one wants to talk about it, ultimately it's my salary, it's how much I earn, it's quite private, and it's something that like we all are intrigued about. I'm always intrigued about how much a certain someone earns doing what they do, or how much could be earned doing this job. If you don't already know, I am a full-time YouTuber, Instagrammer, influencer, blogger, whatever you want to call us. I was in a full-time job after I finished university in Manchester. I went straight into work. It was alright, it was a job, it was in marketing, I enjoyed it, the team was lovely, it was good. But it wasn't my dream. I wasn't happy in terms of like, I felt like I was going to work every morning. Now I'm like, can I believe that this is even my life? No. First of all, let me just refer back to my notebook and have a sip of coffee. How cute is this notebook, by the way? It says thoughts on it. It's Ray Dunn, and Tom's sister bought it me for my birthday. So first of all, let's talk about how to make money on YouTube. I would say there are 3 main ways that we can make money here on YouTube or Instagram or blogging or whatever. So the first main method is through Google Adsense. So that is paid directly to us on a monthly basis from Google themselves. You have to have an Adsense account and link that up to your YouTube account, and YouTube is owned by Google, so they work hand in hand. And essentially every time you watch a video and you see an advert, I will get paid through AdSense. It's pennies, it's minimal, it's small, but every little helps. So why not talk figures? So when I first started, my first couple of months, I wasn't even like YouTube partner verified, so I didn't earn anything. But then as I slowly transitioned into linking up my AdSense to YouTube account, and then ads playing at the beginning of the video, it went to around about 50 to 60 pounds a month. Little, but it's something. And then we got the ability as YouTubers to put where we want the ads to be placed. So when you go on to the Ace Family's video or something, and they have about 6 or 7, or Pointless Blogs, 6 or 7 ad breaks, they're earning money each time that there's an ad, which fine, if that's how they want to place the ads, that's how they want to place it. I've had people a couple of times say that I'm putting too many on, and on my weekly vlogs, which can be 30 to 45 minutes, I may place them every 10 to 15 minutes, so there may be 3, maybe 4 ads, including before the video and after the video. But that's the maximum I would ever put personally, just because it's like, I don't want it to be too intrusive to the video. I don't want you to be distracted too much. Like, it's a way that we as YouTubers can create and do this full time, is through one of the methods of payment, which is that. So fair enough if people want to add 10 ads for each 10-minute video, but for me personally, I don't want it to ruin your experience of watching a video. So I tend to place them every 10 to 15 minutes, like I said. So on the longer videos, there may be 2 or 3, and on the shorter videos, I tend to just do it before the video and then one after. So now, I mean, this goes up and down, the amount that I earn through Google AdSense. I think they say it's £1,000 or $1,000 for every 1,000,000 views. I think it's more than that. So I actually think it's more, because working it out with the amount of views that I get, and I earn anywhere from around £200 to £400 a month. That's roughly what, like I said, it can vary drastically between the two, but it's only really going up, but sometimes it'll drop, but then up, then drop, then, so it just depends really. Let's move on. Method number 2. brand deals and events. So this is what I would say is the main, for me anyway, the main source of income is through brand partnerships. So when a brand reaches out to you, perhaps they've got a new product they've launched, they might reach out to a few different influencers, send them the product to trial, review, and then if they like it, sign a brief and a contract to creating content for you. It might be an Instagram, it might be a YouTube video, it might be a blog post, it might be all three, it might be 6 Instagram posts and 1 YouTube video, and then your rate will vary on A, the amount of content you have to create, but also B, depending on the influencer. Everyone can set the rate that they want. Now, generally speaking, because I've got a lot of blogger friends or influencer friends, we kind of are fairly transparent with each other. Not everyone is, but a lot of us are. So we have an idea as to what we can charge and what we can earn. And I would say it's around about 10% of your following. So if you have a follower of 30,000 followers, then you can charge maybe £300 a post. It then also depends on engagement and what kind of video. And like I said, if it's just a feature or if it's a full-length dedicated video, or if it's a bundle package, perhaps some people, I personally would be open to negotiation with bundle packages in terms of if they're wanting 1 YouTube video and then a YouTube feature and then a blog post and 5 Instagram posts. Rather than adding up all of my fees or rates for each one, I might offer a bit of a discount, or if there's a bit of negotiation back and forth. Not all the time, sometimes. It depends on the more content, the more I'm willing to maybe look at negotiation. There can be a lot of money to be made in this industry. So if you really work hard at it and if it's something that you're considering doing, go for it, because it can be really rewarding, and it's essentially the new form of marketing over a TV ad or a magazine ad. Brands want to work with influencers. You get a real targeted audience. You know exactly who is going to see that video, because as influencers we get analytics and stats of who's watching, like where they're from, like what area of the country, the age, the gender, the whole demographics. If a brand wants to know, they can get real targeted advertisements. So why not use us over a TV ad that loads of people could be like, or like a wider range of people could be watching the ad that could be totally irrelevant for them. I mentioned events there. Sometimes we incorporate doing things in terms of like Instagram stories or vlog footage or whatever for events that brands put on. Obviously it's an ad, so if it is being paid, I would always disclose that video as an ad. More often than not, most events that we go to are just we're vlogging or we're Instagram storying because we enjoy it and we want to be there. But there are a lot of events that we don't go to. For instance, London, it takes me an hour to get to the train station, then 2 hours to London, and then same again back. And if I'm having to pay for accommodation, I would only really go down if it's really worth my while, or if a brand's paying. So it may just be in expenses, or they may actually be paying for content. So that's another way. And then the third main method of earning money through doing this, I would say, is through affiliate linking. So I used to work with Shop Style Collective, and they used to pay per click. So every time I would do, say, a Pretty Little Thing haul, Misguided haul, something like that, and then I would add all the links in the description. Every time someone would click on that link, I'd earn pennies. It was small, but pennies, and it would all accumulate into a monthly sum of which they would pay me. Now, they've changed that, so it's now no longer pay per click, it's pay per sale, as is Reward Style, which is another huge brand that affiliate brand that bloggers work with. I'm not very good with affiliate linking. I'm not very on it. If I link something, I might just add the URL rather than converting it into an affiliate link to then earn commission on, because the commission is then only on the sale rather than the click to the website. It was anywhere between about £300 to £500 a month. You'd get more if someone clicked on my link and bought my YSL bag because it's a higher value item, but rarely am I like this is my bag, click up this link, buy it, buy it, buy it. Because I'm just like, look, if you're gonna buy it, you're gonna buy it, and you might not go through my link anyway. So I'm a bit lazy with affiliate linking. Another method that maybe the bigger YouTubers, influencers earn is through brand deals and collaborations in terms of like a line, whether it be a new eyeshadow palette or a clothing line, or merchandise as well, maybe even your own products. From what I've heard, I think that is probably by far the biggest earner. So if you can get to a stage where you're doing that, you've made it. Not only are you like collaborating with a brand and creating a line, you're also widening your like areas of income. So if one went down or one happened to fail for whatever reason, you've got a few others that can back you up to build you back up. So yeah, that I think would be the biggest earner for the bigger YouTubers or influencers who are doing those lines and merchandise. Another thing that I just wanted to touch upon was back when I was talking about brand deals and like advertisements of products, showing a product, talking about it, reviewing it, that kind of thing. Another thing that I would say, and it's rare, I personally have had to turn brands down for it, but it's exclusivity. I think that you should be charging quite a bit more if a brand wants exclusivity, and if they can't afford it, then they're out, because a lot can happen in a year or 18 months, 2 years, whatever the term time is. I've had to turn, for instance, a partnership with a jewelry brand down for they wanted a year-long exclusivity, of which I was never able to work with, be gifted and show items from, or be taken on brand trips with any other jewelry brand ever. So the rate that they were offering was by far not worth it for me. And I've worked with this brand before, so I'm not going to name the brand because I do actually really like the brand. So it's hard for me to turn down, but it was pretty much just my regular rate. There was no exclusivity offer, so it was just my rate. So I said, look, if you want this amount of content over this year, I'm more than willing to do it for that rate, but I cannot offer exclusivity. Imagine if something happened and my channel just skyrocketed and I got invited on a trip to Disney with Pandora. I'd have to turn it down because I'd said exclusivity to another brand, so you know it's not Pandora. So yeah, for me it wasn't worth it. I think if you're getting exclusivity, and generally speaking most people would pay a lot more for exclusive partnerships. You never know what's going to happen in the future, so in a year's time, who knows? Who knows where I'll be. The other thing I did want to touch upon, if you are thinking about going into this realm of employment, being self-employed in any field, but in particular in this one, well no, in any field in fact, if you are self-employed, it's a bit of a risk, it's a bit scary, but if it's something you really want to do, then for me it's so worth it. Always sneezing twos. So weird. You can be so much happier in something that's not the safe option, because don't get me wrong, 1 month you might not have any jobs, the next month you might have 10, 15, 20 jobs. So it is very much like this, and in order to maintain that, you've got to have like a certain amount in your bank that you don't go below, so that all your bills or whatever are covered, because I'll go more into like budgeting and saving tips and everything like that in another video this week. But that is the main thing that I will say in terms of being self-employed, is it can be a little bit scary and you don't know your regular monthly income. If you're thinking of venturing into the YouTube and influencer world and it's your dream, please just do it. Just really try hard and just do it, because who knows, you could be like the Ace family and hit 15 million in a couple of years. But for now, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into how much I earn, roughly, and ways you can earn money through doing this. If it's something that you have maybe questions about, or it's something you're thinking about doing, you're a little bit worried, you just need some more advice, message me on Instagram. I'll keep it anonymous, I'll just message you back. I quite like chatting to you guys, you're like my best friends anyway. I will literally have conversations with people on Instagram. Don't forget to stay tuned for the rest of this week throughout Money Week. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.